Today we're going to review Leiper's Fort whiskey out of Franklin, Tennessee. Stick around. All right, welcome back to Brutally Honest Bourbon. Today I'm excited to review what was my first distillery tour ever, Leiper's Fort, out of Franklin, Tennessee area. And it's a cool story, in my opinion. So we visited there, in 23, somewhere in there. Very first distillery that I'd ever gone to. And they run us through the gamut. They let us taste the yeast, the whole thing. And we went to their tasting afterwards. And I just wasn't impressed with the whiskey. It was early on in my development of my palate, and what they had to offer just didn't knock my socks off. Well, fast forward to last year in November, we went to Bourbon by the Bay, and we met their representative there and tried their cask strength. I was really impressed. So either my palate matured or the whiskey got better. Who knows? So I reached out to them and I said, guys, I would love to review some of your offerings. And they sent me these offerings. So I've got everything's bottled in bond that they've sent me. So we've got the Tennessee whiskey, which I love Old Dominic's Tennessee whiskey. We've got their rye whiskey. And we have their bourbon. So Tennessee whiskey, bourbon, and their rye whiskey. And I'm excited to get into them. I think we'll start with the bourbon, then we'll do the Tennessee and then the rye, if that sounds all the same to you guys. So we went there, and what we learned was that they are a pre-prohibition style distillery. Who have a pot still. I think they call her Miss Ginger, if I'm not mistaken. And they are grain to glass. So they get their grains locally there in Tennessee. And then they distill on site and have been distilling for quite some time now. Like I said, when I first went there, wasn't a huge fan. And it could be that my palate matured, and it could be that their whiskey aged and got a little better. I say everything. The bourbon and Tennessee whiskey I know are for sure. But they're doing everything with, local sourced grain. So we'll get into this bottled and bond bourbon. 100 proof, obviously, 70, 15, 15. Let's see what we think. In that bottle, it's got some nice color on it. That's really nice. So it's a deeper color, which is something that I come to appreciate in a whiskey. I know it doesn't tell the full story. I keep saying that. But it is the initial way to taste a whiskey, per se, is the visual. So as we look on the glass, it's bottled in bond. It's thinner. So you can see there's not a lot of oiliness to it, but it is darker. And you guys know I love a more viscous, oily, buttery whiskey. But I've learned that doesn't mean everything for me. So let's dig in, see what we think of the Leiper's Fort, Franklin, Tennessee, bottled in bond bourbon. Okay, on the nose, it's a little yeasty, a little sour. Like a lot of cereal grain. Bready. There's some sweetness there, but it's a darker sweetness. Let's see what it's like on the palate. It's very thin on the palate, but it has a ton of flavor. the flavor per se for me is not what I really lean toward. So it's yeasty, it's bready, it has some sweetness to it. I mean, it's good. It really is good. There's nothing bad about that. I'll tell you guys in a heartbeat. If I think a whiskey's bad, like I can't drink it, I'll tell you. It's just not the flavor profile that I lean towards. But there's somebody out there that likes that. And the flavors I'm getting are good. So, I don't know, like, maybe you don't like pepperoni pizza, but you'll eat it, right? Maybe you prefer veggie pizza. I don't know, but maybe that's not even a good analogy. Maybe you like Parmesan garlic wings. Maybe somebody else likes hot wings. Doesn't mean you don't like wings. And maybe you'll eat a Parmesan wing every now and then. I could see myself drinking that. If you had it on your bar, sure, I'd take a pour. Very unique flavor profile. Very unique. Okay. So the bourbon, albeit good, not quite my jam flavor profile wise. Not to say there's anything wrong with it. It's not. All right. So this is the Tennessee whiskey, which is going to be the corn and the rye and the malted barley. So we'll see what that's like. That's more my speed. Y'all know that I like rye. I like high rye bourbons, like rye whiskeys. So this is their Tennessee whiskey, but maybe the rye lends itself more to me. I need to ask Taylor what it was that I had at Bourbon by the Bay. It was cask strength. Maybe it was a cask strength Tennessee whiskey if they have that. I don't know. Let's see. All right, so on the nose for the Tennessee whiskey. Very similar. Such high corn, right? The yeasty part of it is similar, which I don't understand that, but I don't even know what to articulate, guys, what I'm getting on the nose. It's a deep, dark, rich aroma. Let's see what it's like on the palate. Definitely more my jam. Definitely more my jam. It's still bready, still cereal grain like, but it has a sweetness on it that I like mid to finish. Has a nice mouthfeel. Okay. Tennessee whiskey is more my jam from Leiper's Fort. All right. Well, let's look at the rye. All right, so gonna look at their rye, which is gonna be obviously a little different than what we've tried. So this is bottled in bond Leiper's Fort rye. It's a 55, 30, 15. So it's 55 rye, 30 corn, and 15 barley. This is going to be one of those that I'm going to tell you that before you buy it, you need to try it. And when you do try it, you need to expect deep, rich flavor. I like that about this product. The flavors do not lack at Bottled and Bond. They're really rich flavors. The flavor that I got out of the bourbon, being that it was a wheater, was not necessarily for me. If I'm at your house, you offer me a pour of that, I'm absolutely taking it. It's good. Just not one that I would keep on my bar personally. That's not to say that it's good or bad. So on to the rye. Let's see what the nose is like. I feel like it's really similar to the Tennessee. It is. It's very similar to the Tennessee whiskey, which was a high rye, 15% rye. It's still got that bready, yeasty, cereal grain. It's very similar to the Tennessee whiskey. It's just more punch on the flavor. So, for me, Leiper's Fort, so far from what I'm telling you guys. There again, I got to get with Taylor and I got to see. I'm going to say that I'm a rye fan and I'm a Tennessee whiskey fan. Not as much on the bourbon. That's just me. You guys know that I don't really care for wheaters, but it doesn't come off as a wheater in the sense of the grassy, earthy, none of that, or young rye, which can give me that same grassy note sometimes. I don't get that out of any of these. There's nothing off-putting about it. I'm just more of a brown sugar, tobacco, chocolate, maybe some deep stone fruit. That's my jam. These aren't quite that. While they are deeper and darker in flavor, rich in flavor, they're going to be more of a yeasty, cereal grain, bready type of feel or flavor. Not a thing wrong with it. I love how much flavor is there. The flavor that it has is phenomenal when it comes to, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much flavor is there. It's a 10. It is a 10. The question is, do you like that flavor? I'm not here to judge that for you, because I'm here to tell you that every one of these that I just tried is a good whiskey. It is. I'm going to lean more towards the rye or the Tennessee whiskey high rye, but that's personally me. So I'm not going to give these guys beard rankings. I'm just giving you my thoughts on them. So Brandon, would you own Leiper's Fort? I'd own their rye. Would you drink it if somebody offered it to you? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's good whiskey. The rye is something that I would own in a heartbeat, and I think others would like it. It is a good, rich, deep flavor with a nice nose on it. So that's my preference on what they've sent me. Thank you guys for sending that to me. I appreciate it. Hope my review did you justice. There again, it's only my 2 cents, and I'm nobody. But until the next time, let the whiskey and friendships flow. Cheers.